Many of us have our favorite go-to recipes that maybe have been passed down from generation to generation, or it's just something that we've recently found that we really like. We want to be able to track that easily, so we can make a custom recipe. You can do that a couple of ways. The easiest way is just to tap on the meal and then go to custom and then tap on the chef's hat and choose new recipe at the top. It will automatically default to new food. You want new recipe. There's going to be 3 steps in this recipe. The first is naming the recipe, and I'm just going to call this my family recipe. You can add a recipe description if you want. You can add preparation instructions if you want. Sometimes when I have a recipe that I'm putting in here from a cookbook, I will just put the name and page of the cookbook so I can go to that for instructions later, and I don't enter all of that, but that is up to you how you want to enter those 2 items. They are optional. Once you have the recipe named, you can hit next, and it will take you to the ingredient list. So here you can search for ingredients just the same way that you can search for ingredients in the food log. You can type them, you can scan them, you can use custom foods, but keep in mind, you'll want to create those custom foods prior to creating your custom recipe so that they're there for you. So I'm just gonna make something up here. I'm gonna do maybe like a little parfait. So a banana. I'm gonna tap that and some strawberries. And I'm actually gonna put 10 strawberries in there. Maybe some vanilla Greek yogurt. And I'm actually going to change that to a cup, 1 cup. And let's maybe put a little bit of Hershey's chocolate syrup over the top. There we go. And of course I can always change this quantity if I want to. I'm going to change that to grams, and I'm going to put 12 grams. So this is, a little bit of a parfait that I've just put together, and it can make it easy for me to find it later. At the very top, you can see the total macros in the recipe. And under each ingredient, you can see the macros for that as well. So this chocolate syrup is 8 grams of carbs for that 12 grams. I'm going to hit next, and I'm actually going to divide this into 2 parfaits. So the serving size of this recipe is going to be 1 parfait, and then it makes 2. So I'm going to put 2 there. You can put anything here. The number obviously is always going to be a number, and then the unit is going to be what that is. So is it grams? Is it a cup? Is it a cookie? Is it a muffin? Maybe it's a meal container. However you want to divide that out is fine. And then the recipe makes however many that it does. So let's say maybe your serving size is 2 cookies and the recipe makes 24. When you're weighing foods out, this is important when you're using grams. In the ingredients, you're going to weigh how they are as you use them, raw, dry, whatever. The final cooked weight, if you use grams, is going to be after it's cooked. So make sure you know the importance of that. If you have questions about any of that, please reach out to Stacks Chat. We're happy to help you figure that out. But once you have all of that done, you can hit save, and your new recipe will be in your custom foods. And it says there, my family recipe created.